Hi everybody, it's me, Miss Jessica Lahore. Oop, no, it's Zach. That's right, baby. Today's this extra special edition. Today, we're getting to know me, Zach, for my 32nd birthday. So all the little whores out there from years beyond, even recent in the last couple of days, you get to know a little bit about the human behind the makeup in this top 482 questions provided by my producers to help you get to know me, the real me, a little bit more. Let's get into it. Now, some of you might be sitting there like, why do I have this bag of chips? Well, haha, if you know me, if you know Zach, we've actually replaced all the chips, and by we, my producers, with questions to help you to get to know me. And I told them to pick whatever chip they wanted as long as it wasn't original, so they did good. And they gave me the chips on the side to snack. Now, I've never had this chip, so I really want to start off by just trying a chip. Good choice, boys. Good choice. Ooh. Oh. Okay. I have no idea what these questions are. I'm gonna answer them to the quickest, bestest, and most honest of my ability. Okay, let's go. Are you more of an introvert or an extrovert? I identify as an extroverted introvert, okay? I'm somebody that likes to go out and be social and be around people. I think the drag really helps with that. But when I make the decision that I need to be alone or have alone time or just to myself time, there's no stopping me. Whatever I need to do to get to that point. But I would say I lean on the extroverted side as just a human in general. All right, next up. What's one thing that gives you the ick? If you wear a red baseball cap, it gives me the ick. If you're disrespectful unnecessarily to service work people, that gives me the ick. And I mean unnecessarily, like they have to be something really, really awful for you to clap back. If you feel the need to body shame other people, that gives me the ick. If you yuck somebody else's yum when it comes to eating and food preferences, but you're a picky eater, that gives me the ick. Next up. Okay, what's your love language? Knowing what I need before I know that I need it. And that's like, I would say that in combination with food is such a love language for me. Like getting done with the day and someone being like, hey, here's a snack and a drink for you, makes me like light up. Or like when something's done and I didn't even have to ask. I don't know, it's just very kind, because I'm not the person that's gonna ask because I know I can do it, and I want to wait until there gets to a moment where if I can't do it, then I ask. Like now, since I'm broken, I can be like, hey, I really need you to help me with this, and I never asked for it before. However, I would say, yeah, that's my love language for sure. It's not compliments, it's not gifts necessarily. I think it's showing me, like making the effort is a love language. I would say food is a love language, and my needs, like knowing needs before they happen. Listening without being told, that's the thing. It's more observational. Like, you know this about me as a human because as a friend, a colleague, a lover, a family member, you've been around me enough to know that this is who I am, my habit, my routine, as it would be. Let's see, some of these are really, really deep. I love that. What's something you're currently working on right now? Planning more friend vacations. I want to travel and go do things with people and places, and I want to experience life a little bit more. As much as I work hard, I want to plan moments of excursions and outings with other people. And so I'm working on trips for the rest of the year, concerts to go to, quality time with family and friends, and putting those in the calendar first, and then doing my show schedule around those instead of the opposite. I also really want to do a Team Lahore outing. I think that'd be really fun. Let's see. What is my favorite chip flavor? Only pick one. If I'm forced to pick one, it's salt and vinegar. Salt and vinegar, I went on a salt and vinegar kettle chip diet once, which was not successful. Found out eating a bag of those for breakfast, lunch, and dinner only really didn't help at all. At all. It was awful. I did it for like a month. It was my shits were terrible, but salt and vinegar. I love salt and vinegar. I love drooling. I love the tartness. I love the hypertension that you get from it. It's great. It's a good time. Beyonce or Rihanna? I'm going with Rihanna, and that's not to a disrespect to Beyonce in any way, shape, or form. I just have been a longer Rihanna stan than a Beyonce stan, and to be fair, I wouldn't even put them in the same category. They're in completely different lanes of their art, craft, and business, in my opinion, that they can both coexist as being bad bitches at the same time. But I would say if you put them in front of me, Rihanna has connected to my life business-wise, entrepreneurial-wise, empowerment-wise, bad bitchery-wise, and just creative. She's creative, but Beyonce's untouchable. So what am I gonna do? Next up, what's your favorite thing about myself? Oh, I love my brain. I know that may be weird to say, but I really do. I like the way that I think about things. I like the way that I analyze situations. I like the way that I give advice or that I think about. I mean, my current brain, 10-year ago brain, not so much. Oh my God, put it on fire. Awful. But I'd say I've fallen in love with the perception and the perspective that I have of life, communication, my career, and I find myself being really proud of the way that I handle situations more than I ever have before. The growth, honey. If there's no growth, what are you living for? So I'm very proud of, my favorite thing is my brain, for sure. It's a little fucked up. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm very proud of it. Let's see. What's your biggest pet peeve? I'm gonna go with the pet peeve that I obsess over the most, that I've gotten way better about. My biggest pet peeve would have to be dropped communication. Friends, close people, coworker, whoever it may be, to just completely shut you out and stop talking to you, and you have no closure, understanding, reason. You just have to put it together because there's a refusal to speak to you. It's my biggest pet peeve because I think it's the most powerful way to, just pick at someone's mind for a long amount of time. As much as you want to get over it and be like, oh, I don't care that they don't want to talk to me anymore, you can't help but wonder and why. It's probably my biggest pet peeve. Just tell me, this isn't working out, I'm leaving, bye. You don't have to give me a reason, say something to me. You owe it to me. It's my biggest pet peeve, is feeling dropped after putting effort into a relationship of any kind without talking about it. I hate it. Next is dogs or cats. Oh, I knew you were gonna ask this one. I had a dream, a dream last night, no joke, about being asked this question and having to justify one over the other. The thing is, they're both wonderful. I would say I have become such a cat mom. I'm a cat mom. I have 2 cat babies. They're very wonderful. Do I want a dog? Yes, but there's a sense of easiness with the cats in some way, as much as they can be dicks at the same time. I'm an animal person for sure, but I really love being a cat mom, and maybe down the road I'd get a dog. But I really want a pig. I still really want a pig. Cats, dogs, pigs, fuck them both. What makes you feel confident? High heels. I'm in high heels all the time. There's nothing more powerful than going into a grocery store, a mall, looking like a jacked Barbie, queer, confusing, androgynous human, stomping down with bags in hand or a shopping cart and looking like a cunty bitch in the produce section. I love heels. Heels make me feel confident. They make me feel powerful. They make me feel in control of myself. You have to have a little bit of delusion to be confident. You have to. You don't have to use it the way that some of these bitches do, but you should have a little delusion. And I'm me. I'm one of those bitches at one point in life. What's your proudest achievement? As Zack, my proudest achievement, I mean, I could go really stereotypical, like getting a degree. I wouldn't say it's my proudest achievement. Coming out was a really great achievement. Not taking my life was a big achievement. Getting my home, my first real place by myself, was an achievement. Creating my business was an achievement. Overcoming my eating disorders was an achievement. And by overcoming, managing. There's a lot to be proud of, a lot to be thankful for. What's your favorite smell? Ass. No, can you imagine? You know, I'm gonna go with pipe tobacco. I know it's such a weird response. I remember, I think I get that because I'm saying that because my mom also said that. My mom always used to say that her favorite smell was pipe tobacco because my uncle would smoke out of a pipe, classic pipe. And it's the only smoke that she would be okay with sitting in a room in or nearby because it smelled so good. And then when I got older, I would smell the same thing. And actually has such a distinct, really, really wonderful, like calming, homey smell to it. So I don't know if it's my favorite, but I'm gonna copy my mom and just say that it's my favorite because I love anything that smells good. I just the way that I eat is the way that I smell. I like nasty smells too. Let's see, what else do we have? If you could live in any time period, when would it be? 1920s. Simply for the music and the fashion. I mean, Susie Tootin all over that era, bitch. How's your head? Toothy. Toothy. Very toothy. Are you a texter or a caller? I'm a voice memoer. I love voice memoing. I don't mind calling. I do call people that are in my call circle of calling. I do text, but if you text, there's a possibility I won't get back to you for a very long time. But voice memo is where it's at, which some people are super into and some people not so much. But I'm a voice memo where you can hear my inflection. Because sometimes when I text very direct or very like unsure of what I'm actually feeling, and it can be taken really aggressive. So when I do a voice memo, you can hear inflection or urgency, or I'm able to say things in a different way. So voice memo, but I don't have to be on the phone with you because bitches are busy. We're busy. We have shit to do. If I get on the phone with you, because I love you. If you could meet any celebrity, who would it be? Jane Fonda. I want to meet Jane Fonda. I talk about her all the time. I feel like I have my cycle of celebrities, but Jane Fonda for sure. Oh, there she goes. What's your zodiac sign? Ooh, I know. I am a Cancer rising and a Gemini Taurus cusp and a Gemini moon and a Gemini sun and an Aries path. I think that's what he said. Are you more logical or more emotional? Logical, and it gets me in trouble a lot. I feel like I have a really hard time developing relationships with people because I have such a logical mindset, and I think that it's a protective mechanism because emotional mindsets were not something that I felt safe to convey or express when I was a kid or even growing up. And so now that I know that I'm allowed to have emotions, I almost envy people that are able to experience certain emotions in certain ways or have care for certain people in certain ways. But because of that, I am very logical. Like, how should I be feeling? And when my emotions get the best of me, I do it in private. I handle my shit in private. I cry in private. And there's a power to that. And there's a sadness to that, of feeling alone and feeling like I can't be that way in front of other people because they don't know how to experience it, or I don't want to feel taken care of or coddled unless I really need it. But I'm very logical. Who do you call when something exciting happens? It depends on what it is. If it's something business or drag oriented, I call my team first most of the time. They're the most excited for me. I will tell Jess for certain things that I think he will understand, like that are in his realm. My sister Lulu, Zara, Shirley, someone I would call. Dixie, someone I would call. My best friend Jamie. Tiffany is someone who I would call. Sometimes my sisters. I feel like I've been calling my sisters lately with bad news more than good news lately. But are you more of a planner or a go with the flow? I am a 90% planner and 10% go with the flow. I would say if I had to choose, I wish I was more go with the flow, but most of the time people don't take charge or take control of situations, and I like to plan. I also am really good about co-planning, and I think that's just dependent on the relationship that I have. But I plan vacations, I plan trips, I plan dates, I schedule out my life. My life is planned and scheduled, and when it comes to go with the flow, it's because I scheduled for that day to go with the flow. That's how scheduled it is. Like today, whatever happens, happens. And then I get to the end, I'm like, well, I wish I would have planned it. We would have got some shit done. Do you believe everything happens for a reason? Absolutely. Good, bad, ugly, sad, heartbreaking, terrible, destructive, loving, amazing, achievement, roller coaster. Everything happens for a reason. But I don't believe that people are affected in that motto of everything happens for a reason if they choose not to believe it. What do you want people to remember you for? I think about this all the time. I had a big realization in 2020, and I made a lot of changes and adjustments from 2020 to 2022 with my community, with the way that I showed up, the way that I gave advice, the way that I booked and worked with people, everything. Ultimately, I want to be remembered for being there, for being active in the community, for showing up for people, for being a little bit authentic and inspiring to others. I want to be remembered for being an influential piece to the Denver drag scene, the Denver community in some way. Knowing that I impacted people from all over the world is really cool. I want to be remembered for being me. Such a cliche thing to say, but it's true. Let's see, first concert you ever went to. Technically, the first concert I ever went to was with my parents. It was a Journey cover band, and it probably wasn't a place for children, and there were a lot of people smoking and drinking, and I was way too young to probably be there, and I did not have a good time. Favorite season? Summer. I like it warm. I like it toasty. Not for drag, for me as a human. I love it warm and I love it toasty. Do you believe in the supernatural? Yes, there's ghosts in this basement. There's ghosts in this room, behind this wall. I know there are. I believe in the supernatural. I believe in spirits. I believe in things possessing demons, gargoyles. She's not a Christian. Favorite dish to make? If I'm baking, it's lemon squares. I make the best lemon squares in the entire world. And if I'm cooking like dinner, give me a good old garlic, onion, sopping Italian bread for a starter, and a caprese salad to make, and get some potatoes, and maybe it depends on if I'm cooking for Jess. I love making the vegan substitute steaks, just a good old steak dinner, Am I more of a night owl or an early bird? I'm a yes and bitch. I'm an all-day motherfucker. I can survive on little sleep. It's one of my wonderful, weird, quirky traits. I can go to bed at 1, wake up at 5, and go, 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 go. I'm happy and perky in the morning, and I'm pretty energized at night. And it pretty much annoys people depending on which way you are at. But I'm up, ready to go, as much as I am ready to crash at the end of the day. What's your favorite song right now? Alter ego. Na 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 na. These hoes. When did you first realize you were creative or artistic? Oh, early on. Oh my gosh, I remember doing community theater or school theater in 7th grade, 6th grade, doing plays, being interested in makeup and dress up and playing house and being imaginative with my friends and, fort building and exploring. I've always been creative, imaginative, from my early memories to now. Always thought differently, always struggled with wanting to do everything, but not committing to one thing at some point and doing things that I wanted to do and only I wanted to do. But I learned very early on that I could never draw, but I could do other things. Still can't draw to this day. I can paint it. What's your screen time average? Girl. You're trying to clock me right now. It's 80%. I get a notification that's please stop. We're shutting it down because you need to stop looking at it. I'm on my phone all the time for, I would say, the majority of the time it's work. It's posting, it's replying, it's commenting, it's emailing. I'm constantly working. And then the rest of it is porn and games. Let's be real, that's just what it is. What's something you always carry with you? My wallet, my keys, my black purse full of everything. I always have my black purse. And that, you want to know what's in there? Everything. Everything I could have. Snacks, jewelry. You saw the clean out my purse video. Yeah, I have that with me all the time. Everywhere I go. What's one thing you can't live without? I'd say my sisters. I think about that all the time, that they're like the only family that is my family. I can't imagine if something bad happens to either of them before me. There's just something that eats me up thinking about it. I could not live knowing that my sisters were not here on this planet with me. It would destroy me. Do I have any regrets? You know, I really try not to live. Actually, I don't try. I don't live with regrets. The things that I said that I regretted, I fixed in my opinion to the best of my ability. For the longest time, I regretted not telling people about my experience with my dad and coming out earlier. And I got over that because the time that I came out was the universe's message and the time that I was supposed to come out when I was supposed to. I regretted not telling my grandpa on his deathbed while I was there that I was queer. I wanted him to know. I know he would have accepted me. I got past that because I know that he would have accepted me. He would have loved me. He would not have changed a bit around me. I regretted a lot of the way that I treated several of the community members and close friends of mine, probably 2017 to 2019, that I had personal conversations with and apologized to and offered solutions for and did my best to hold accountable publicly and just kind of not necessarily forget it and say that I'm absolved of it, but to find a way to clear my own conscience a little bit of that feeling, that gut feeling. Otherwise, there's a lot of things that I don't regret. I think the thing I'm currently regretting the most and I can't get past is not seizing an amazing opportunity in Los Angeles when we were at the red carpet. It still eats me up, and I think it will for a couple more months. That was a universal sign to really sell myself to a producer, and I decided to be hesitant and meek when that is the complete opposite of what I should have done. You don't get handed things like that, like I was, and I really fucked it up. So, I don't regret it. I'm over it, but I'm very thankful. I should say, not a regret. I'm very thankful. Nobody was injured the way that they were in my accident. I could have killed myself, injured myself. I could have killed or injured the officer that I hit or bystanders that were on the street. I'm very thankful. Nobody was killed. Minor injuries, and people walked away from that okay. When was the last time I cried? The last time that I genuinely cried and I was super emotional was about 2.5 weeks ago, before we went to Palm Springs. It just felt like a lot of pieces of my life were coming together and crashing, and I'm really struggling with figuring out what I want and what I want to experience and what these next couple of years of my life are going to be like. I found myself resorting to old ways or old habits that aren't me anymore, and I want to find out how I can grow up while also experiencing life that I never got to experience. So it's such a weird back and forth, but I sat there and I just cried. I cried for like 40 minutes. I think the whole drive back from Longmont. Usually it's Sunday nights. I usually plan my crying times Sunday nights at the end of the weekend when I can get all the emotional energy out, and it's a 38 to 42 minute drive from Longmont, and I just sit in silence and cry, and I process everything, and I just let it out. And I yell at myself and I talk to myself. It's great. What's your favorite way to relax? Love a hot shower. I would get a massage, take all the makeup off, play some music, dance naked, smoke a J, hotbox the bathroom. If I could, go get a massage, then shower after the massage. No, other way around. Shower, massage, then shower. Steam room at the end. Then eat. Lots of food. Tons of food. Smorgasbord. Another J. Favorite emoji to use? It's either the winking one, the nails, the poop, or not this one, just the eyes. My celebrity doppelganger is, everyone says it's Matt Pack. Sure, when I'm on live stream, everybody says that I look like Channing Tatum. Nobody in real life ever has once said I look like Channing Tatum. Not a single person, but when I'm live, every motherfucker says that I look like Channing Tatum. However, people say maybe I don't look like them, but I do sound like Matt Pat. Hold on, just close your eyes.
On March 9th, I will be hosting my Last Theory episode to someone else. No.
You hear my voice more than anybody else, but regularly people tell me that I sound like him. I don't know anybody else, and apparently Channing Tatum. Pitcher or catcher? I'm much more of a pitcher in my old age. Better on my hips, better on my knees, better on my colon. But I do like to catch if the sun and the planets align and the lubrication and the full body stimulation is there. Maybe the Eye of Mordor will open and christen for you. Otherwise, she's definitely in her power top era. Just whack, 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 whack. You know, gotta get him in. Gotta get him in. We got 4 minutes. We schedule it out. What's something that makes you smile instantly? Seeing my cats. Kevin makes me smile instantly because he's so cute even when he's a shit. I love watching videos of people fall. I love farting videos, poop videos, scat humor, piss humor, burping, vomit, all that kind of humor, funny stuff like that, yeah. Do I collect anything? Drag. That's like the only thing that I collect. I used to collect quarters, and I stopped doing that after I collected all the state quarters. And then I used to collect Pokemon cards, and then I stole Pokemon cards from my neighbor, so I had to get rid of them. And then I collected Digimon cards, and then Digimon didn't continue that much. And then I collected Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I still have all of those. I have so many Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I used to collect M&M characters for a while. I used to collect pig items. At one point I had like over 400 pig items. Now I have close to like 60 to 100 in the house. Who's my biggest role model? I don't know if they're my biggest, but I watch a lot of Gaga interviews. The way that they speak about people and humanity and giving and feeling about each other, that's somebody that I want to be. That's a huge role model who overcomes there and gives to so many people, but is just such a good human, such a great, kind human. That's the person that I want to be. All right, this is the last one. It's a good one. What's something people often misunderstand about me? It's a great ending question. I want to change the way that I say this, because normally I would say that I'm a hard person to be around or a hard person to love. I would say that I don't open up easily, and at the same time I do. I give a lot of chances and a lot of opportunities, and every day I'm working on becoming a more authentic and prouder version of myself. I think that comes with a lot of growing from some poor choices and ways that I acted out when I was younger. I would say something that's often misunderstood about me is that I'm only work focused, I'm only money focused, I'm only me focused, that I don't have time for anyone else or anybody or to do anything, or that I have nothing else to like live for, because this is the most important thing, is the drag thing. I have a hard time giving myself to people because of trauma that I worked through. And yeah, I'm a unique person. It's a weird way to say it. But I think I'm very misunderstood as being a scary, unapproachable, intimidating, don't have time for anybody else person, and that's not how I feel. What a large arrangement of questions. Thank you so much, everybody. Hopefully you got to get to know me, Zach, a little bit better. Until next time, happy birthday to me, because it's time for the birthday, bitch. I'm turning 32. Bye, everybody.
In a touchable whore, can't help it, bitch. I'm a touchable whore. I'm an untouchable whore, can't help it, bitch. I'm an untouchable whore.